Bring it in, baby.
Oh my god.
Bring it in.
Okay, Mike's here.
Ooh,
shit.
you sound sexy.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay. All right, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
All right. We're
That's all the time I'm gonna do.
All right. Thank you so much for doing the podcast.
Thanks for letting me work out some stuff.
Of course, anytime. This week, we are joined by Harrold. I always enjoy when I'm on a show with her. She's so much fun to talk to. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. Please make sure to like and subscribe and check out my Patreon. Pew, 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 pew.
Is this good? I'm doing cross-legged
I go all over the place. So just,
Throughout the episode, I'm going to feel...
yourself.
I'm going to let my body take me through the motions. It's going to be like a yoga class.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm very unflexible. So I love yoga, but it does make me hate myself.
It sucks, yeah. And that's not what it's supposed to do.
No.
But it's a practice,
Like, at least it's a stretch.
It's a good little stretch.
Stretching.
Yeah.
I've never been flexible. I used to play, like, travel soccer as a kid, and every time I would go to touch my toes, he would be like, Mandy. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what? I'm stretching here.
Yeah. And it wasn't working for
No, but we still fucked.
you and the coach? You and the coach? Starting early.
Oh, yeah. What can you say? Already moving.
Already moving. You're like, let me move after the first.
The whole coach fucking thing really made me nervous.
You don't want to let that out right away.
No.
What else are you going to say if you said that?
That's so
2
true.
minutes in.
And it's definitely not true because I would have been the star player. I would have been on the field more.
Yeah.
Should have.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been a good tactic.
Really would have.
Yeah.
See,
maybe not. You probably wouldn't have been a good lay if you weren't that flexible.
No.
Would have been kind of boring.
That's true.
That's like such a myth though. Like, you know how guys are like, oh, she can put her legs behind her head. Like, she's so flexible. Like, is that really what you want? That's fucking weird. Also, like, I feel like your vagina, like, that doesn't even make it feel better. You're like, I would be like spreading my vagina wider and looser if my legs were behind my head.
That's so true.
You want me like zipped.
Yeah,
my legs
totally.
are zipped up, and I'm just like dead fish, mermaid fucking you. You want
mermaid fucking.
Guys want girls to not have a pussy like that. They want them to be so tight that they're a fucking mermaid.
That is so spot on.
It's like, okay, dude.
Man.
I will grow a tail. I'll grow a tail.
And we grew up watching The Little Mermaid. Like, this is...
She was wearing seashell bra, but then, like, we weren't allowed to wear spaghetti straps to school.
So messed up.
So mixed messaging.
We didn't even have boobs.
Yeah.
Some of the girls did, I guess, but not I.
Yeah. This is so non sequitur. Like, this is, well, not really, because I'm thinking about school. And I was thinking about blue balls. So just come on this ride with me. I'm not changing my position. I'm staying right the fuck here, and I'm going to transition seamlessly to blue balls. And you're going to get in the back seat, buckle up.
I'm buckled.
Blue ball. Right. What if I completely forgot what I was going to say? Did you feel like as a girl growing up, people told you, like, I don't remember if it was like, it probably wasn't a teacher, like a sex ed teacher, but like, it was like, blue balls hurts guys really bad. So you shouldn't give guys blue balls. Like, you should like make guys come. Like, don't like tease guys because they'll get blue balls and that'll hurt really bad. Like, instead of being like, no, like, you are in control, and in the like, you say no whenever at any point during the situation. You can like change your mind. You can say no. You can whatever. It was like, well, if you back out, he'll have blue balls, and that'll hurt really bad.
That is spot on.
Yeah. You know what else hurts really bad is getting your hymen ripped.
You know what I think even hurts more than that? Him not calling back.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
he's
hurt
not
of them
gonna.
all. He's not
Yeah.
gonna.
You're
He's
giving
not
me
gonna.
my phone has blue balls because you haven't texted me. I haven't seen those blue bubbles.
My heart is
When you
turned
block my
blue.
number and my text turned green, that's blue balls.
That is spot on though for like how I felt about like what as a younger girl you think blue balls is. Like they are in so much pain.
And it's probably not.
It's probably not.
Do you know, I would love to have balls. For two, I would love to have balls, have someone hit me in the balls as a woman, and I haven't given birth, so maybe after, but I've gotten like an IUD in and out multiple
That's supposed
times.
to feel the same.
And that hurts really bad. So I would love to get a ball tap, like get kicked in the balls. They go, oh, like fucking fall on the ground, like, Trevor, just give me a minute. Like, that was fucked up. Like, so ruins your whole, seems like it ruins like your whole year when you get hit in the balls. I would love to have balls get hit in the balls and see truly how bad it feels, because men's pain threshold, I'm coming for you at this episode. I don't know why I started so strong.
I love
being
it.
like, fuck you guys. No one's hurt me today, at least this week. It's Monday. No one's hurt me. I would wouldn't you love to see how bad it actually hurts to get your balls hit as a woman?
I think it would be equivalent. My assumption would be the same as getting hit in the tits. But you know what?
We're not complaining about that.
No one complains about it.
Because we're not little babies who are going to fall to the ground when you squeeze our tit too
titty.
hard. Which you do. You squeeze and you play with the nipple too hard.
Too hard.
Sometimes.
Oh.
Sometimes not enough.
You know what's worse, though, than too hard? If a guy's too soft.
Yeah.
Oh. Ew.
It's like you're
Get
ticklish.
off
I'm
of
ticklish.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop that.
I like a little soft. I like a little. It's sort of like it depends on the moment.
Yeah,
and
and
if
the
he does-
person.
yeah.
I think this was an ex that I just didn't like. So it was just like anything
Maybe
they would
it
do.
just he wasn't.
Yeah.
In other areas he wasn't
Just not good.
killing it.
But about the balls.
Yes.
Back to balls.
Obviously.
Soccer players. Male soccer players go down like they just tore their ACL. And they're just like, it's a full super, what are those TV shows called? Those like the daytime dramatic
Yeah, like
a telenova.
Okay, telenova. A soap opera.
A soap opera.
Yeah.
They go down like it's a soap opera.
Yeah.
Male soccer players. Female soccer players, I never see them like, they'll go and then get
Because we
barely.
get kicked in the. We can get kicked in the vag. I wanted to figure out what I wanted to say. I wanted first word on the tip of my tongue was clam. We get kicked in the clam.
Kicked in the
But
clam.
I go, all right, maybe 5 minutes into the pod. Do we refer to the vagina as a clam now?
We do it.
Okay, so that was the hesitation was because my brain cycled through. It was clam, and then I had puss right after that, and then I was like, no, not puss, and then I think I landed on vagina.
I think vag.
Vag. I said vag.
Yeah, I think vag sounded good. Like it hit
Yeah,
well. Like if you're
yeah.
writing something, vag
Yeah.
hit well.
Kicked in the vag.
Clam is the funniest.
Yeah.
Pussy's the easiest. I think I refer to it most times as a pussy.
I refer to it as a pussy, and sometimes I'll be talking to guys. Like I'll be like in a circle of people, and I'm like talking to people, and I'm like, yeah, my pussy, that's my pussy, that, and they kind of are like, dude, like we're friends, like stop calling it your pussy, like I don't want to, and I'm like, what am I supposed to call it?
Yeah, I think pussy is to me has also become the most norm.
Yeah, but is it okay? Good,
'Cause
I want to make sure. I mean, I don't actually care, but
I think vag
vagina
though,
is
I kind of like that.
Vag is good.
I never say vag.
I say Vajuni B. Jones. That's my favorite one. That's the one I like.
I love that one.
It's cute. Like it's
so
underage.
cute.
It's very she's like dumb. Always getting into like little mishaps and stuff.
I have a joke where I refer to it as my hot pocket.
Oh, hot pocket. That's good.
And my
It is that.
high hot pocket. Penis fly trap is the other one.
Penis flytrap is good.
Yeah.
Penis flytrap is good.
But I think usually it works. But sometimes I'm like, and there's just like old people right there eating. I'm just like, here we go, buckle in.
Yeah, people don't want to hear about your vagina while they're eating chicken tenders. They do, but they want to make you feel like they don't.
That's true.
It's sort of their power,
Mm-hmm.
which I respect.
Yeah. But pussy power. is what we need to show them.
Yep. And then it's just kind of a standoff between like me and a mozzarella stick.
I hate fighting food. Yeah. I hate it. I was just editing. We just did City Winery in New York and Philly.
Yeah. How was that?
So much fun.
Ugh, great venue.
Yeah, it was. I was like, didn't know what to expect, but it was above and beyond. Yeah. But the whole tape, I just hear like plates and silverware in the all. My whole set is just plates and silver, as if they were like
trashing the camp from Tarzan. You know that scene where they like find the gorillas find the shit and they're like breaking.
It sounds like.
NSYNC does a great cover. It's not really a cover. It's like NSYNC. Am I crazy or is that something else? Is it Backstreet Boys?
I can't.
I'll play it for you after this is over.
Okay.
Tarzan soundtrack. If you guys know it. I mean, it's a great soundtrack. Trash in the Camp, Justin Timberlake, and like, I feel like it's like Stevie Wonder. It's like I'm totally butchering this, but I feel like it's like, Phil Collins. Obviously, it's not Stevie Wonder.
We got there.
It's Phil Collins and like Justin Timberlake and whoever like is it Backstreet Boys or is he NSYNC? He's NSYNC. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's NSYNC and Phil Collins and they're like it's like really it's like a lot of scatting.
Oh, Justin scatting?
It is phenomenal.
Wow.
And I don't even care about anything that he does. But Phil Collins I care about a lot.
Man, I wish we could play music on YouTube, like, because it would be so fun now to end the episode to that song.
Right.
But also, like, you know, I'm going to make this my wiener.
Okay, do it.
I'm going to just go, this is a good wiener to me.
Great segue.
Yeah.
We planned this.
I totally planned it. This wasn't even on my wiener list, but this is a giant wiener to me.
Okay.
When we go to do reels, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, any kind of thing, how the 30-second song gets flagged for copyright. Although, like, you can't use I can't put 30 seconds of a Justin Timberlake song on the end of this. Right. I can't do a reel. All my Instagram reels, I can't put on YouTube because they're copyrighted for the songs.
What song?
Like, my last one is Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
Oh.
Any, like,
what
pop
reel
song.
Is it? Oh, is it like...
Any song.
Okay.
That, like, is known. YouTube will just flag it for 30 seconds.
Right.
But... everyone's stealing comedy video ideas.
Yeah.
And that doesn't get flagged. Or using your audio from your stand-up and making a video over it.
Yeah.
That doesn't get flagged.
Yeah.
And then my thing is we're advertising their song. Like, if we played the Tarzan song right now, I bet you so many people, like all 10 listeners, would go home. Would go home and listen to the Tarzan soundtrack.
And that's all we're trying to do, folks.
That's all we're trying to do.
Let us help me help you, really. Listen to the Tarzan soundtrack.
Is that enough?
It is. That is a wiener, yeah. That because it's like, it's just a robot flagging it. It's like if it were a person who could say like, you know, I see what these girls were trying to do here and I'm going to let it slide. But it's all fucking robots. I just had coffee with this girl who was like, AI is going to take over. Like,
really?
That's why I'm a little late and why I was so hungry is because we weren't eating. And she was just telling me that AI is going to, like, AI is moving so much. This is so crazy for me to be talking about this.
Please, tell me everything.
I don't know everything. But you know when you come from, you hang out with this one friend who you don't see that much and then, like... she just now I like believe her like now I'm like, oh well, it doesn't, none of this really matters because like in 2 years like my job won't exist and like I fully signed on. I just had coffee with her 30 minutes ago and now I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna enjoy my life because AI is gonna take over and it's happening a lot faster than like the civilians as if I'm not a civilian. Then you fucking plebes realize it's happening. It's happening. And mark my words. Mark Julia's words, my friend.
Julia.
Yeah. Shout out Julia, who just had a coffee with me and told me that she was going to send me some article links that are going to depress me. So if those come in, maybe we'll share some.
Yeah, we can totally
my phone
share them.
Yeah. My phone's in the other room on purpose. And I know during this pod she's going to send me links to these articles that are depressing. So I just want to leave the phone in the other room so that we can have a good time.
Yeah. There's... I mean, I did think, like, with the writer's strike, I'm like, I could just imagine them just being like, okay.
Wait, who being okay?
Like, producers and top guys at production companies being like, we don't need writers then.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's why this strike is very important. Because one of the things was more pay for writers, like the residuals thing. Like they need residuals because they used to have that for TV shows on like networks, but now with streaming that was never put in place, so they want that. Okay, whatever. Another thing is like they want to have 10 writers in the room at all times for whatever. And then another thing is like if AI, like, so for example, Chat GPT or whatever, if you go on ChatGPT and say, write a script in the voice of Mandy Martino, blah blah blah, and then it writes the script, Mandy Martino would need to get some sort of like cut of that because it did that, and their counter was like, no, we will have talks when that, as technology starts to advance, we will have talks about that. But for right now, no, we're not granting you that ask. And that is the craziest part because, like, Netflix doesn't want to pay writers. Why would they pay writer? They're just going to say, write something like Succession, but the female lead, with like a female lead in the voice of whoever with blah blah blah. And then it just does it, and it's bad. All the shows on Netflix are bad. Like shit is bad, and people will watch it.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I've done it. Have you done it?
No, I don't. I won't do it.
I did it.
I don't want to make it smarter. it's like recycling. Like I'm not actually helping, but I feel good. Like my one cup that I recycle isn't going to help because the corporations are still like polluting the whatever. But like and that's my same thing with ChatGPT. I'm like, I will not ask it anything because I will not be part of making it smarter. But it's a tidal wave. It's not this is not gonna help anyway.
But you won't be a part. No, but yeah, you can just type in like write a screenplay. I forgot what I wrote. It was just like write a story about, I think we just like Matt and Mandy, or like we showed like his nephew like happy eating the blah blah, and it does like a whole entire thing, and just right away, and pretty well done. But it could only go to so far. Like you can't like it will though. It will. If this is the beginning, then it's like
we won't make the pod about that.
No,
that can be one of my wieners.
That's a good wiener.
Yeah.
AI
is such a fucking trite wiener to have. That's so boring. AI, ChatGPT. Like I actually don't give a fuck. I just like literally just came from coffee where my friend was like, by the way.
It's in your head now.
Yeah.
My brother hung out with this guy who was a flat earther. He met him at golf. And he was like, I'm going to go hang out with him. And he was making fun of him before. And then he leaves. And he's like, I don't know. He had this laser pointer. And like the people who, like you can easily, I totally see how cults happen. Yeah. Because if someone is they're salespeople. Like
I'll believe, and whatever the last person, away. If you were the last person to tell me something, I believe that. And then you tell me something else. Wait, weren't we doing this on the other pod where you? Were we? I feel like we were giving you advice on something. Maybe that wasn't you, but like whoever the last person is to talk, I'm like, she's got a point. And then but if you counter that, I'll be like, well, actually, yeah, you got a point. On the other hand,
I feel like that because I'm so open-minded about things. And I always see everyone's side to where, I could totally, like, fall into, like, whatever the last thing was. Yeah. You know, the one I always say I want to not do, and I talked about this before, is, like, when someone talks bad about someone, I hate how it instantly, like, get their stink on that person gets in your head. Yeah. When it's probably not true.
Yeah, not true, or, like, it didn't happen to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's something to practice.
I've been trying to be less judgmental of all of our brothers and sisters in Christ. No, could you imagine? We're all really just brothers and sisters in Christ, and we need to love each other and have non-judgment and compassion. That is partially true, not the Christ thing, but like kind of, it's like I'm really trying to. I think every time I don't like someone else, a thing that they did, I judge somebody for a thing they did. I'm like, that's probably. Hey man, hey, mirror. It's probably something that I don't like about me.
Yeah. It's so true. But then I'm like, I figured it out, so they need to fucking figure it out.
Yeah. But I agree with you, not to take away from what you said, which was originally like other people talking shit. Mm-hmm. It's so contagious.
I'm usually
the one who starts it. I have friends who are like, I don't usually do that. Like, I never talk shit. And then I get around you, Ellen, and I'm like, "Ah," and I'm like, well, that's probably something you have to look at. I start it.
It's sad. I mean, we're in this industry where it's just so, this whole town is just a bunch of it.
Yeah.
But you know, someone deserves it.
Some people deserve it. Some people, everyone, I do things that people probably talk shit about or like whatever. You are doing something at all times. Anytime you do something, it's an opportunity for someone who sees it to then talk shit to their friend about it. And you
so
just have
true.
to, but it is a shitty way to live. We probably should stop doing that.
To an extent. I think it
Yeah.
would be unhealthy to fully stop.
Yeah. It would be unhealthy.
Yeah, it'd be very unhealthy.
Yeah. Because then things would go unchecked.
Yeah.
People would just act however they want.
But then, like, you know, sometimes I agree with someone and I'm like, I shouldn't have agreed with that.
Right. Okay.
That's another thing too. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, you know what?
I should have stood up for that person.
I should have stood up for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, all right, I'll see you later. Yeah. Fuck Susie.
Yeah. And then you're like, wait, I actually really like Susie.
Yeah.
Susie drove me to the airport that one time.
Yeah. No one else would.
Yeah. No, if someone drove me to the airport, I would never let anyone say a bad word about them in their entire life. That's like gold star.
It is, especially out here.
Yeah.
I mean, anywhere.
Yeah.
But the
It's
airport.
a big thing.
Yeah.
Right at the airport. But yeah, I don't think I would like to stop. I feel like talking shit is really fun, but I don't want to like live in that negativity. Not to be all like woo woo, but like it actually, it's a fucking spiral.
It is.
It's like a big like
Tornado.
dirty pool. Yeah, when you're just like, "Bleh."
Yeah.
It is nice every once in a while though.
You gotta
talk
get
shit.
that. You gotta. Well, so who should we talk shit about?
We're rolling. Oh, okay. So does my wiener have to be like a recent thing? No, this feels insane for me to bring this up.
Okay,
Never
don't-
mind.
don't
It was
play
like
it.
it was like so long ago. But when I read the prompt, you were like weekly wiener. Like, what's something that has bugged you more than it should?
Wait, are you nervous to say it because like the person?
Oh, I don't care about that. It has literally been like over a year since this
That's
thing
fine.
happened.
That's a good
And I
wiener then.
just like, and then I'm like, and then I get here and I'm like, oh, she means like this week, like
No,
somebody
no,
cut you
no.
off in traffic. This is insane for me to be holding on to
No,
this long, but
that's
I just,
good.
this person, it has, so I was dating, this is like so long ago. This was like a year ago. I had these two girl roommates. My two friends were my roommates. Like we were friends before we were roommates. We all lived together, three of us. I was dating this guy who was roommates with my other roommate's boyfriend.
Okay.
So it was all one big happy family, right? One of my roommates, her cousin, who we like know, like he's like in the sort of like around.
Okay.
Like
he's
I
in
know the
circle.
cousin. This is insane that I'm bringing. Like, I like literally, they're never gonna listen to this. So what? But this, I know the setup you're like, this is like people are losing their jobs to AI. People are hungry. Why the fuck are you talking about this? This is so stupid.
No,
But
wiener
whatever.
is stupid.
Wiener is stupid. He had this guy, the cousin. We'll call him Justin because that's his name. No, okay, Well, let's cut that. No, actually, let's keep it. Justin, the cousin, Justin. That's his fucking name. I'm not gonna say the
Justin.
last name. I don't even care. Okay, you know what? Had a birthday party, like a birthday dinner.
Okay.
And invited obviously the cousin, who's my roommate, and then invited my boyfriend, who is friends with them and friends, and then did not invite me. And I don't even really like being around this person. Like I actually wouldn't like if he invited me to the birthday in retrospect, I probably would have been like, I would have gone, but it would have been like, I have to go to this because he invited me, but he didn't invite me.
Yeah.
So it's my roommate, my best friend and roommate. And then it's my boyfriend invited to a big dinner, like a Jones on 3rd Street, like a fucking birthday dinner. And he didn't, and like, we're as close as me and my boy, like as the boyfriend and he were close. And this is how psycho I am. it just rubbed me the wrong way, not because I wasn't invited. I don't care about missing out on the party, which I
believe
is so
you.
Weird.
Yeah.
Like, that is weird.
I could never do that.
Yeah.
Do you have the balls to do that?
And it was like, I literally called, I don't give a fuck. I literally called him and I was like, what's up? Like, do you like my boyfriend more than you like me? Like, did I do something wrong? Cause like literally that's how weird it was. I called him and he was like, no, I just like, I only had a certain number of people to invite. We invited 19 people to this birthday dinner. He goes, well, I go, are there other couples going? I literally interrogated this guy because like I just wanted to know what his like process was. He's like, I invited other couples. He's like, yeah, I have like my one friend. Like, I have friends who are bringing their girlfriend who I've never met and I'm like, this is insane. It pissed me off so much. I went to it pissed me off so much that I went to the mic at the improv. I went to the improv open mic. I go to the improv open mic, which is famously in West Hollywood, very close to where Justin's birthday dinner was on the night.
Oh.
I go to the mic. And I run into a very funny comedian, Lily Lester, friend of mine from New York. She's so funny. I love her. I ran into her. I didn't know she was in town. So I'm like, oh my God, you're in town. Like, after this mic, do you want to go grab a bite to eat? Like, full psycho.
I love it.
And I let her in on what was happening.
Okay,
like,
that's
we were
good.
driving there and I was like, listen, like I didn't get invited
We're already
to this
driving
fucker's
there.
birthday party and like, I think it'd be, and she goes, no, that's psychotic and like so funny. Like, let's go. So we go. I run into like my boyfriend like wasn't supportive of my comedy. Like wasn't.
I was gonna ask this.
Oh no, he was supportive of my comedy. I'm not trying to be like that, but like he wasn't supportive of like this particular like side of me that was like, no, this is funny. Like, it's funny that I'm doing this. Fuck you. Like, this is great about me.
Yeah.
Like, this is what the world needs. Like, that's also crazy, but like, he didn't like that I did that. I go with Lily to the dinner and like, we didn't end up staying like to eat there. We ended up going to like a diner or something, but like just going and kind of like being like, oh my God, so weird. Like, I didn't know, like, I fully was like, oh my God, like, what funny seeing you guys. Like, what's going on? And like, Justin was like literally it was so... I relish. Anyway, so that was my... I hate that this story is so long, but there is a little bit more.
No,
is that okay?
I love this story. Say everything, and I have questions.
So then that happened. Well, do you want to do questions now? Because it's like later.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, you are my hero.
Thank you. I think anyone who's thinking about doing something crazy and then you're like, no, I'm not going to do it. That's crazy. Do it. Because AI is going to take over. So you have to do it. Do it now.
I mean, back to that. I think AI is going to take over the world. The fact that you called him is like...
Thank you.
Because that's the most...
People need to do that.
Amazing thing. Yes, I am so bad at confrontation.
Yeah. And sometimes I am. I'm not saying I was like good in that situation, but...
Yeah, that was... You wanted to know why. You let him know you felt that way. And, what he did was wrong.
Yeah. And like, yeah. And again, like what he did was wrong is like on the scale of things, it's like, no, it's okay. Like I understand that there's worse problems in the world.
No.
But I think you should I think when things like that happen in your life, I think your point is like calling and like letting the other person know how you felt about it, given the right circumstance or given like, you know.
Okay, so he is wrong. He's
yeah.
That's a social.
All right.
Social. It's wrong. You
Okay,
don't do that.
Yeah.
Like okay, if anything, like don't invite your boyfriend.
Yeah, it was like, well, I think it ended up being like he felt like if he invited me, then he would have to invite our third roommate or something. That's what he said. Like I'm trying to like, and then I go, okay, like. You don't have to, but don't you think why didn't that cross your mind about me? If I invite her boyfriend, I feel like I have to invite her. Like, why is it you're like, oh, I don't want to invite the girlfriend because I feel like then I'm going to have to invite the third roommate. Like, you're crazy.
Crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. That's
and
not
if you
okay.
don't like me, if you're like, yeah, I just don't think we click and I don't think we vibe and I don't really want you at my party, I would fucking love if you fucking had the balls to say that, but someone probably hit them at a fucking soccer game when you were 5 and now you don't have them anymore because you killed over like a little bitch. Like, say that we don't vibe, because we don't.
Yeah, there is not enough honesty.
Yeah.
And because we're all trained to be that way. I love the movie, what is it with Ricky Gervais? Oh, The Invention of Lying.
Yeah.
Oh, and everyone just telling each other exactly how they feel.
I haven't seen that, but I love him so much, and I can picture. I mean, I should watch that.
You should totally watch it.
I love him.
It's the best. But that's what it is. Everyone's just just honest.
Yeah.
And it's just funny watching how the world would be if people were like that.
Yeah.
But this guy fucking sucks, and I hate him.
Well, you're gonna hate him even more.
Okay.
So that happened over a year, like definitely over a year ago. And then my roommate, who was his cousin, she like moved in with her boyfriend. She moved away. They live in the Bay now.
Okay.
And she was gonna be back in LA, and she was like, she's an amazing cook. So she was like, when I'm in LA, let me come over to like your guys' apartment, my old apartment. It's not my apartment anymore, but like it's your apartment, and I'll make you this whole dinner. And it'll be like a dinner party, because she needed pictures of her, because she's starting like a catering thing. So she's like, let me put on a dinner party at the apartment, and I'll take pictures of it, like professional photos, because I need it for my website or something.
Win-win.
Okay, great. Win-win, right? So it's like me and like my other roommate and like and then like we invited a couple people. Like I invited my boyfriend, right? my boyfriend now, not the one who, my boyfriend now is amazing and literally is like egging on the part of me that would fucking do that shit. And I literally, I love being with him so much, because our like sense of humor is like spot on. Why can't I get this out? Okay, so we're at the dinner party. It's like Sadie. Okay, so we're not there yet. Sorry, we're not at the dinner party yet. We're about to be at the dinner party, and my roommate. Sorry, my friend was my roommate, but now she's hosting the dinner party.
Got it.
But it's not. It's like our friends. Like she's not allowed to just like.
It's not just her party.
People,
it's everyone's
she invited,
party.
like one person. She's like, oh, I'm inviting this girl who like I went to college with, and you guys are gonna really like her. She was really cool. She sends a group chat with the like info for the dinner party to everyone, like, hey guys, be at the house at this time, and I'm like, it'll be a dinner like whatever the fuck. And Justin
I thought that you were gonna say
is
that.
in
I
the
knew you were gonna say
fucking
that.
group chat.
No,
I was like, I did not consent to the. I mean,
it's your house.
It's my house now. It's not yours. I did not consent to this. I don't like this person. My other roommates don't like this person. He doesn't add anything, and it's like, I guess it is. You are the one who's cooking and you're hosting, and you're the one who's asked to use our space to take the pictures. So if you really want him to be there, fine. I didn't end up really fighting her that much, because what am I gonna do? Like uninvite? Like I'm not fucking crazy and rude like him. I mean, I'm crazy, but I'm not rude. So he comes to the dinner party. My boyfriend is there. My boyfriend my boyfriend and I are there. We end up in a conversation, the three of us. Me, Justin, my beautiful
new
hilarious
boyfriend, great boyfriend,
new
not
great
the old
beautiful
asshole.
hilarious who hasn't met him yet. Like,
Got it.
Amazing. And we're all talking, and then we end up like my boyfriend and I kind of like end up kind of going off on a bit like in the conversation, and like it's something that we're all talking about, but then we're like, oh yeah, imagine if blah blah blah, ha, ha, and we're like laughing.
Justin can't keep up,
and he's so like doesn't get it that he looks at us and he's like, do you guys always do that? Like, and we're like, do what? Like, and he's like, do you guys always try to one up each other and see who's funnier? Like, do you guys always try to compete to see who's funnier? And we're like, oh my God, this guy is so unfunny that he thinks that us doing a bit is us competing to see who's funnier.
That's insane.
Like, he doesn't get that it's a bit. Like I'm like, this guy is so like I feel bad.
Yeah, he has no clue.
Right. So I'm like, no, how did he deal with me coming to the restaurant? He probably thought about that as long as he's probably still thinking that's his wiener. So my boyfriend and I, we laugh about that now, because now when we do a bit, we're like, stop being so competitive, like when we're laughing, which is really fun.
Could you imagine going to like an improv show and be like, these people are all just trying to one up you. They're so competitive.
It's like, no, it's a team trying to make it as funny. It's like, okay, you literally don't get it, whatever. So so then because this is I was at the dinner party. I have 2 shows that night. So I am at the dinner party, and then after the dessert is served, I'm like, all right, guys, it was great to meet everybody, because there was like a couple of people who I didn't know, and like said bye to people and left, because my other roommate who lived there still like was there to like take her whatever, and then like my other roommate who didn't live there, who hosted the thing, like she obviously knows where everything is, she's gonna clean up. Like I felt fine to like leave. I was like, I gotta go do my shows. Left to do my shows. And I heard this from my roommate who was still there, obviously, that when I left, Justin, in front of the whole dinner party of people, my boyfriend had also left, in front of the whole dinner party of people, was like, do you guys think Ellen is that funny? Like, I don't think she's that funny. And I, like, in my house.
Oh my God.
That's disgusting.
That's so rude.
And the reason I had left was to go do comedy shows for money. People were paying me to be funny at a thing. You suck. You don't get it. Like, it's like literally in my own house. And then like so he was like, yeah, I just don't get it. I feel like she's always doing a bit and it's not authentic. Like, I feel like she's not being herself. And my other roommate there and the other friends were kind of like, no, like she's just like that. And like, she is being herself. Like
that is her
being funny is like her being herself. But it's like, you can't get through to this guy because he doesn't understand that 2 people doing a bit is not, he thinks we're fighting. Like, it's like when you see 2 dogs playing and someone's like, oh, they're fighting. And it's like, no, they're playing.
They're
like,
playing.
He
the tail
like,
is wagging.
Literally. It's like him like not understanding that our tails are wagging. Oh yeah. And so obviously then the roommate, he goes, I get home from my shows and he's kind of sitting on the couch.
He's
like,
still there?
Well, Justin was still there when I got back with the other 2 people. And then I didn't know that anything had happened.
No one texted you.
I get home. It's only my roommate, it's only my one roommate who still lives there, the ex-roommate, her boyfriend, and the cousin, Justin. And we're all kind of talking and, this is another thing he said. I got home. He's out of it. He looked at me like I had my hair like half up, half down when I was at the dinner. And then when I got home, like my hair was down because I think in the car ride home I had like taken the clip out and I just drove home. And then when I got home, I was like, hey guys, like how'd the rest of the night go? Whatever. I was just kind of sitting on the floor and like talking to everybody. And Justin just goes, Ellen, I liked your hair a lot the way you had it before.
What?
Like, I liked your hair the way you had it before. Like, he's just not with us on this plane. Like, he's not.
Oh my God. He's totally off.
So I just thought, this is insane that I've talked about this person. This person is like going to be in my life. Like he's not in my life, but it's like, this is insane that I'm talking. Like, he will hear it. Like, I don't know how he would. But I feel like he's going to. I know, just if you're listening, I know that this is insane, but you and I don't click. And that's what this podcast is about.
Yeah.
And this is what came up for me. So, and it's okay. Nobody knows your last name or who you are. So just chill out if you hear this.
Justin.
Yeah.
Let me get a second.
Yeah.
Listen. The dinner birthday thing, that is not okay. If you ever dare do that again, I will find you. And I will make sure every one of your birthdays suck more than the last. Because if this is how you treat people, I'm sure you've got a really small wiener.
Weekly wiener.
Weekly wiener.
I mean, we don't have to bring his wiener into it because nobody wants to do that.
Yeah,
nobody wants to bring his
the
wiener
wieners aren't
into
supposed
anything.
To. Yeah.
No, but I just,
We don't want to talk about it.
So what do you think about we talked about the birthday dinner, my crazy thing. What do you think about I leave and then he asks everyone if they think I'm funny?
It's knowing that this whole time he hates you.
Right. Or like he's
like boiling. I think he's just like this like built up hate, it feels like. And then right when you left, he just had to like try to get the one thing he knows that you're good at and that you love.
In their own house with like, are you dumb? Like my roommate who I live with, who's one of my best friends, is there. Like everybody, even my ex-roommate whose cousin, she's the one who invited him. She's the cousin of the guy. She felt so bad about it. She was so guilty that she didn't know that I knew. Like she didn't know that Cade told me, my other roommate. And she called me like, hey, like, how were the shows last night? Like, last night was really fun. So anyway, I like need to tell you this because like I want to get this off my chest, and like this wasn't cool, and I just need to you to know that if you hear of it, I talked to my cousin about it. I talked to Justin about it. Like, I told him that it wasn't cool and that it would like that was like really bad. Blah blah blah. Like, he said this is what we said, but and I feel really bad for not defending you more in the moment, but like now that I'm thinking about it, like I defended you. So she like kind of covered her at, like, she called me and was like, yo, this was fucked up. So at least like my actual friend was like, even against her own cousin, was like, like, that wasn't cool what he said about my friend.
Yeah.
Like, that felt good, that I was like, am I like on crack? Like, am I the fucking crazy one for being
no. And it sounds like all your friends had your back, which is good. And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
We don't
immediately
need
when I got home after they left, exactly. After they left and it was just me and my roommate, he literally looks at me on the couch and he's like, yeah, I got some shit to tell you, bro. Because he because of this California like rap.
Yeah.
Bro. And I was like, what?
I kind of like that he said it because it kind of just gave you like now you know how he feels without
Oh, and now it's like it is so. But it's like he didn't even say it to my face. Like, I'm glad that I know that he feels that way, because now I'm like, I never have to like invite you or allow you into my house ever again. Like, you are not allowed. But this is my thing. Let's talk about this. Part of me really wants to be strong and be like, fuck you. We don't vibe. You are never allowed to step foot in my house again. If I see you, I'm going to fucking cuss you out. And like, you are a boring, untalented, like just a waste. Like, okay, that's so bad. No. But like, I want to say something like that. Maybe not the last part, but like, and I think that would feel so good. But I don't think it would feel good. I think showing him kindness would feel good. Like, if we were ever to be in the same thing, like the same room, or which we probably will, maybe at this girl's wedding, I assume.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be in a room with him again because I'm very close with this friend, and this is her family.
Gonna happen.
Like, what do you think I should do? What's my avenue?
I think you're right with the kindness, because think about when someone that you don't like is really nice, like you end up starting to like them, how guilty you feel.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, they were awesome. What was I thinking? Why did I feel that way? I feel so bad for what I did. That's the way to do it. So I think just be you.
Be me. But me wants to call him an untalented, boring piece of shit.
Yeah.
But that's not really me. That's my ego.
Yeah.
That's like, you think you could fucking talk shit about me in my house? Like crazy. Like I turn into like I'm wearing like huge hoop earrings. Like, in my own house, bitch. Right after I left, bitch. Why didn't you invite me to your birthday? Like, I just get like
everything.
crazy.
No. That means he won. Then he'll feel like he won this.
So I just need to be like, hey, like, whatever. I won't lie and say like you look great, but like I'll like
just be you don't have to even talk to him. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
And let him be him.
I kind of can't wait, and that's what scares me. I'm like thinking of ways that I can put us in the same room. I'm like, yeah, I don't want him in my life, and then I'm like trying to figure out a way that I can see him sooner so that I could like live out this like fantasy of me like cussing him out. But
when
like
you do, though, I will
tell you. I'll
you
call
have
you.
to let me know how this goes.
I'll call you immediately. I have not told this whole saga to anyone. This is insane that I've done this. I am not this like petty well, I mean, I guess I am. I can't say that. I am not this person. But today I am. And now maybe, thank you listeners. Now maybe I've healed it and I don't have to tell anyone ever again, because like I got all that, like all the little parts of the saga out. Nothing of his side, obviously, but I don't even know what his side is.
We don't need his side. I mean, his side is that I think we could assume his side
is boring.
His side is so boring.
Like, what? You go, like, boring.
Yeah.
He doesn't
we don't
get
need it.
It's okay.
He doesn't. Yeah, we don't. So comment if you agree, and only if you agree.
Mm-hmm. Only if you agree.
Only if you
well,
agree.
actually, I would like to, I'm
just
confident
kidding.
enough that you could just tell me Justin's side, because I literally don't even get it. Whatever.
The other thing, there's a lot of wieners in this story.
Yeah.
First of all, Justin's the biggest wiener.
Yeah.
Your ex-boyfriend that went to the
Wiener.
Wiener.
So weird.
He shouldn't have gone. He should.
That is such a good point.
Yeah,
wiener.
Total wiener. I would have been like, first of all, you shouldn't have to tell your boyfriend don't go to that. He should have been like, oh, if you're not invited, I'm not gonna go. Let's go out to dinner. Let's go do something else.
Literally, you're so right.
Yeah.
God bless him. Like, we were not meant to be together. But, like, you're so right. Yeah, that's a wiener.
That's a total wiener. And then the third is a light wiener because she didn't know. But that she shouldn't have invited Justin to your house
to the dinner party
without asking. You shouldn't
100%.
Don't invite anyone to your house without confirming.
Yeah. That is a little wiener. And I felt wienery about it.
Yeah.
City wienery. I felt shitty and wienery when that happened. And then I go, you know what? Because there's little things. Things come at you in life and you go, am I going to react to this? Mm-hmm. Am I really going to make a thing out of this? No. Like, but at the end of the day, that's your boundaries. That's like your, make a big stink about it. That's your like that's life is AI is gonna take over, so you might as well freak out on your friend for inviting her cousin who doesn't like you and thinks you're not funny to your fucking house for a dinner party. Life is short.
You should invite him to a comedy show.
Well, this is the craziest thing about me. This was my plan last year. I didn't end up doing it on my birthday. I was gonna, so I had I have like a beach, like a beach bash every day every day I'm just slugging White Claws at the beach. No, every year on my birthday, I like invite a bunch of people to the beach and it's a big beach day. Mm-hmm. And I didn't invite him to that, but what I was gonna do is like the next day, because he doesn't know when my birthday is, I wanted to be like, hey, Justin, like, we're having a bunch of people over for my birthday. Like, would love if you could be there. This is the same year that he didn't, like, just after he didn't invite me. So I was going to be like, no hard feelings. Like, come to my birthday party. Like, send him my address. And then this is so fucking crazy. I was going to do this. And then everyone in my life was like, do not do this. I was going to have just me there and like a candle, like a very intimate, nobody else there, just me. He comes over thinking it's party. I go, hey, Justin, glad you can make it. Like, I just really wanted us to spend some alone time on my birthday because, like, we didn't get to spend any time on your birthday. Like, sit, have a seat. Like, crazy. Like, that's crazy. Like, my friends were like, that's funny, but like you cannot do that. And I go, why not? Like, that's so funny. Because it wouldn't have lasted that long. He would have left. But I think just the fact that I did it. But I would have had to carve out a whole night. Like, I have shows, Justin. I'm booked because I'm funny. But I for the record, people, I really think that would have been my finest work. Like an intimate, because it's rude. It's a little bit tried. It's like trite to have, I'm going to send him the wrong address and send him to somewhere knowing this. That's like mean. That's like movie bully.
Yeah.
Right. I think this is like psychotic. like in a great way.
I just wish all of this could be written into a TV show.
Oh, well, don't let AI hear about it because they'll write my script.
At the end of this, I'll show a script that we type in this whole thing and say write a TV show about this.
Oh, good. Yeah. Because it's still... Okay, maybe I'll do that. Maybe my first AI. Because it's my story. I just don't have time. I don't have time to do the indent.
You don't.
Action. No. Exterior. You have to write all the, like, actions and stuff.
Action lines are the hardest, too.
Action lines.
They're too hard. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, I don't know all the words I want to use.
Yep.
But since AI is taking over...
Action lines.
That was... the best visual of a wiener. Like, I feel like I know this wiener so much, and I felt this wiener.
I can't wait to show you a picture of this little turd.
I was thinking that too.
I'll show you. I'll show you if it's over, and then I'll show you trash in the camp and sink in full tones.
Yes, we have so many things. Okay.
Don't. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, because I sound exactly like Justin Timberlake. I have the right vibrato.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that wiener.
Thank you for holding space, as as they say. Thank you for holding space for my fucking debauchery. Like that is
Nah, I don't blame you. When also people will be like, I don't have room in my cup for this.
Great boundary, but like what a chuggy metaphor. I can picture the cup, and it's like a pink reusable Starbucks cup.
And there's so much room.
Yeah, there's so much room.
There's so much room.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. Well, man, I feel like that wiener just really got me going.
Yeah, let's have some water.
Yeah,
I didn't even open mine yet.
Oh.
Do we have any? Do you have another wiener, or do we do multiple wieners?
I think we could
we
move
get
on for the
gangbanged
wiener. We could gangbang wieners, but that was such a good wiener. I think we should go into.
Oh yeah, there was another part.
Yeah.
Let me take off my blazer for this
I know
part.
it's getting a little hot. You know, I wore a blazer on stage the other day, and I just felt like insecure about it.
Really?
I didn't have blazer confidence. It was a new blazer.
Oh no, you gotta have. They can sense it too.
I know, and I brought it up.
Don't let them have it.
And I gave it to them. They knew I
They tore it off you like you at the zoo, like you were a
ripped in the
steak.
sleeve, and I was like, "No, my blazer's new."
But
I'll wear it again.
Yeah, wear it again.
I really like it.
Where'd you get it?
Ross? No,
Ooh.
Marshalls.
Marshalls rocks ass.
Yeah.
I love Marshalls.
Yeah. There's a big difference between Ross and Marshalls. It was Marshalls.
Yeah, I was like, we're on the air. You just said Ross. We can cut that out, right?
I'm being really fancy. TJ Maxx.
Yeah, TJ Maxx.
Do you ever see a price tag on TJ Maxx and you're like, what the fuck?
Like whose kid stitched this?
No,
like,
it'll be like
or you mean like
expensive.
Expensive?
They have this thing called TJ Maxx Runway. And it's like designer at don't
Maxxinista.
put just don't no.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
It's like putting like what's something like it's like when you put pineapple in a fruit salad and then it's like, whoa, this was like too much. I wasn't expecting that.
Be here.
It should be cantaloupe and grapes and like mild.
You're gonna drive
apple.
home and be like, the comparison I should have said.
I should have. Yeah, I'm gonna drive home and think of the better comparison, and then a truck full of fruit is gonna fucking T-bone me, and I'm gonna be buried in pineapple. And then I'm gonna like peek out from like apples and go, and then the circle is gonna close in on me, and I'm gonna be like, nah, that's Ellen.
And then you're gonna go,
Yeah.
well, AI's taking over anyways.
AI could have made a better AI could have made a better analogy, and they probably will. It like freezes on me.
It's so funny.
It's so stupid.
I can never think of comparisons right away. Like when I'm writing a joke and I'm like, oh, I need a comparison for this joke.
Right, as you do. That's what's funny.
I can't. It never comes to me right away.
Well, clearly, I was like, you know what that reminds me of? The world's worst dessert.
TJ Maxx is so offended right now.
TJ Maxx is like, dude, what? TJ Maxx is like, I'm gonna up the price on this sweater just because you fucking said that. You're dumb.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, sponsored by Ross. This has been sponsored by Ross.
Ross checkout lines. Have
Let's
you seen
talk
them?
about it. Let's talk about it. Who's in there? Tell me about it.
They're
you
long.
mean the shit?
They're so long.
So long, and the shit they want you to buy at the end.
And I buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I need these cookies. They had those fruit
It's the most
cookies.
random. It's like licorice and like dry shampoo. Like it's
coffee
so
mugs
weird.
and tea.
Coffee mugs.
Yeah. Hair
Candles.
clips. They gave me with the hair clips and the
Yeah,
candles.
because you're like, I always need more of these hair clips. And it's like, hey, bitch, the reason you keep misplacing these hair clips is because you keep buying, you're like, they're disposable
They
to you.
become like a hair tie when they're not. Hair clips are not hair ties.
If I lose a hair clip, that's a huge...
It's a loss.
That's I'm like, I have a tally and I gotta fucking erase one.
Big L.
Hair tie is like, I don't know. I just had a hair tie. Like I just go back to the beginning of the recording. I fucking promise you I had a hair tie. They go.
I was gonna tell you, you look better with the hair tie on your wrist.
It's like I look a little, makes me look fat when I don't have one because it's like
it was a Justin callback.
Yeah. I look better with the. That is funny. That is funny. You look better. Yeah. I liked your hair the way you had it before. Like. Okay. We're not going there. We're not going there.
We're moving forward. Okay. So.
It's Insidious.
A great movie.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really a horror girl, but I did see it.
I used to be. And then
what changed? Usually that's like through and through personality.
No, I got older and life got too real.
Life got too real, so you were like, I don't need this baby, this child's play.
And no, I don't want to be scared.
Yeah, you're like, I have to pay for therapy. I don't need to watch a scary movie.
Yeah, no, yeah. I can't afford it. Okay.
Time. So Ross, well, you can say whatever you want.
We don't need Ross anymore. Jokes. So
there's like
the podcast. I like to talk about jokes.
Okay.
That you.
Hey.
So like, was there a moment? If we don't want to talk about two, Justin could be a moment that you didn't make into a joke yet. But also, is there like? I just like how we turn miserable moments into jokes. It's my favorite thing about comedy.
Yeah, I have a couple like sexual moments that were shitty that I turned into jokes, but it's not like sex. It's like the sex. It's like the sex was bad. It's not like I got violated or anything like that. Okay, well, I mean, that's how bad it was. No. I'm not. That's fucked up when people do that.
Wait, can you? I'm sorry for saying this.
No, please.
Can you save that for my Patreon? I just started a Patreon where we talk about sex, embarrassing, and miserable.
Oh,
stories.
Great. Yeah, no, I won't. Great, I'll do that. I'll do that again.
How perfect is that? Because I forgot to tell you. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Check out my Patreon.
Yeah.
I just started it.
Hey, you're a real entrepreneur.
I know. I have
exciting.
0 Patreon followers.
Well, you will. You just started it.
I
just started it. My story's gonna blow it up.
You think so?
No, I know for a fact. But it'll be on there.
It'll be on there.
It'll be something. It'll be on there.
Well, since I just threw you a curveball, do you have another moment to talk about?
Well. I have a moment that I didn't make into a joke.
Okay.
One time, my roommate's cousin had a birthday party. No, I'm kidding. He didn't invite me. No, could you imagine? That would be the moment where all of you were like, oh, she's crazy. She's actually crazy. You're probably already thinking that.
No.
So this is the thing that when I saw the prompt, I was like, there is this thing that has bothered me, or that it's an embarrassing, when you have something that's embarrassing and you kind of like recoil and and it's like, as comedians, we make fun of ourselves all the time. We're so good about that. We have pretty thick skin, but like there's one thing that we're kind of like sensitive. It's like, why the fuck am I so sensitive about that? I'm like actually embarrassed. I was an intern at Salesforce, which is like a tech company or whatever, like a tech. People know what Salesforce is.
You have to say like Salesforce.
Salesforce. Yeah, people. It's like Salesforce, and then you like
really?
Fist bump. No, it's like the CEO like loves Hawaii, and it's like all chill. There was like a pool table on my floor, but it's like it was in San Francisco, and it was like this big. They're like a big tech company. It's like a big deal. Like I had this internship. This is before I did comedy. I was like a junior going on senior year of college, and like it was this great internship, great company, whatever. It wasn't the right fit for me, obviously, because I'm a comedian. I'm not like a fucking marketing girl. Yeah. So oh my God, that was scary. Okay, so I was like, okay. So I had this big presentation at the end of my internship. I start locking it. I have this start
sweating intensely.
Very important business presentation that I gave to like people were calling in from different offices and like tuning in on my presentation, like senior vice presidents of like our like umbrella, whatever the fuck business term I'm trying to say.
Umbrella.
My team and like their teams.
Not
my team. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Put on a fucking jersey.
Yeah,
then.
this
like,
is not a team.
Like the team thing, it's like, oh yeah, this girl on my team, like, do you play volleyball in Spain? Like you're not cool. Like it's not cool.
Team.
So
they're your employees.
Yeah, you're my team. Like your coworker, your partner in suicidalness. Like that's who that is. It's not your team. Okay, so okay, whatever. Let's start let me keep going on the story. Important presentation. A lot of important people there. not really my, like, I know this isn't my path, but like I was kind of good at it. Like obviously I got the internship and like I was, whatever. I did all this research. It was like competitor research in the markets of Europe and Southeast Asia, and like I was comparing like our competitors and like all this crazy business talk, and that was my presentation. And that I did the presentation and it went really well. And for the presentation, I was sharing my screen.
Oh no.
For everyone who's tuning in to see my charts and my deck. My deck. It's a PowerPoint, bitch. The deck.
The words
Send me the
so
deck.
funny.
Deck, team. It's so fun. It's like we're all at the beach. Deck, team, we're on vacation. No. We are getting swindled. And AI is going to take over.
AI is taking over.
So AI can make that. AI could have made that deck. It took me all summer to make that deck. AI could have made that deck. I'm like literally not even joking, in 6 seconds. Like whatever. Okay, so it took me so long to fucking do that thing. And I think some of the research was wrong. But anyway, okay, so but
you nailed it. You nailed it.
So I'm sharing my screen and I'm like so excited that it went well, that I had a supervisor who was like kind of like my supervisor for the entire project. She was like kind of making sure I was on the right track. She was in the Indianapolis office, so she was like, I would like message her. That's how I communicated with her. And I'm still sharing my screen, and I exit like the presentation to go Slack message her, like, oh my god, like I think that went really well. I'm sharing my screen. Loser. Pathetic.
And
like,
everyone sees it.
I realized it. Like I saw her bubbles come up, and I knew that her bubbles were going to be like, dude, you're still sharing your screen. And I immediately exited it, and then sure enough, the message that she was sending, like, haha, you're still sharing your screen. And like I had realized it soon enough, but anyone who was, I really don't think, now that I'm thinking about, I probably wouldn't be paying attention to the intern's stupid ass presentation. So maybe I'm fine. But like so many people saw me who just gave a presentation. Imagine watching, that's like a comic, like seeing a comic, and then let's say they have a mic headset and they get off stage and you can hear them go, I think I crushed.
Yeah.
Like, ew.
You would turn bright red. Were you
I was.
like
I think
tomato?
that was. I'm not kidding you. That was 6 years ago, and I'm talking to you about it now. Was I red? I was talking about it that night to like my roommate. Like there were other interns who we lived with because they put us up all in these like apartments or whatever. It was a very nice internship. It was very cool. I was so embarrassed. Like I was like, guys, I was still sharing my screen, and everybody was like, ooh, like you were sharing your screen. Like also screen sharing, like that's a recipe for disaster.
It really is.
That's not even the worst thing that I can think of, but
Yeah.
it's like sharing your screen, like anything could fucking happen.
Anything.
And there's no lag where you could catch it. Like, on live TV, they like kind of, it's ahead or it's behind or whatever the fuck. That's bad, right?
Yeah,
it's like, it's innocent, it's cute.
It is innocent. So it's not like it was like porn or something wild.
Yeah, that would be
but
crazy.
More like for yourself of just embarrassment. It's very
so
bad.
So embarrassing.
Because as an intern, you're already your inner like kid self of like how you feel awkward and uncomfortable and out of place. So then that happening after already feeling like that, and that Salesforce.
At like at Salesforce, you like don't even know what it is.
I know.
It's a big deal, Mandy.
I'm
Look
sure
it up.
It is.
Look it up.
Sure it is. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, that would be like.
Wait, I'm not gonna put it here because that's your side.
It doesn't matter.
No, I'm gonna move it. For continuity. I'm gonna move it.
Yeah, well, that definitely sucks. Did anyone there bring it up, or did everyone just like ignore it?
Nobody there brought it up, which is, I'm gonna say, another reason why I think I wasn't supposed to like work on that team or like because those aren't my people. My people would be like, dude, that was so funny when you were so sorry. Like that's hilarious. And then maybe I wouldn't be that in my head about it right now because I would have already laughed about it.
Yeah.
But like I'm starting to talk about it more. Like I told my current boyfriend, I like when we were kind of laying in bed and I like brought it up. I haven't brought the story up, and then you texted me. I'm like healing through this thing, and then you were like, "Hey, come with an embarrassing story that you haven't made a joke out of." I'm like, the screen sharing.
Maybe you have to make it out of a joke now.
I think now I have to make a joke out of it.
Yeah.
But I have to think of a good comparison for sharing your screen after a presentation when you're an intern is like fruit salad.
Pineapple.
It's like when
if the team member was pineapple.
it's kind of like when you're eating a fruit salad and then you kill yourself. I don't know. There's something there. All the pieces are there. We got to put the puzzle together.
There is. Oh God, yeah. I could never fit into the corporate world.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. And I've talked about it before, how like I love when one of my friends bombs, because we said it's funny because like we know they're talented.
Right.
It shouldn't like this. It's just
this one bomb. It happens, and then we're gonna laugh about it.
Just laughing about the pain and talking about it is so funny.
Yeah.
But if that just happened and you went the next day and no one said anything, I would be like, I'm a loser.
Yeah. It's like, no, let's fucking laugh about it, because then at least I can process it and get over it. Because it's like,
and then they
great.
know you know.
Yeah.
Too. Like
let's like talk about the elephant in the room, which is that I was sharing my fucking screen. Like, but they're all pussies. They're all like
bunch of vages.
They're all a bunch of vages. Like, let's fucking be real. That's why it's like a lot of people in like at least my experience, like the tech cool, like corporate, it's like you guys aren't being real. Like you have your backpack and like you're all doing this like same thing to like seem like you're all so normal and smart and good and like this thing.
They're playing a role. It's kind of like
it's
how
so sad and scary.
A lot of like it's like the influencers act on social media. It's how they act in person at work.
Yeah.
You just have to be. You might as well just be
You're
an AI.
You might as well just be a robot. And you're gonna be soon. So stay tuned. I think all of us are on some level really just trying to like play a part and like fit in, and that's. But I mean like in some aspect, I think like I think a lot of comedians that I respect at least, and people that I respect are like, no, I'm gonna like be authentically me and do it this way, and like that is so much fun to watch, and I'm so grateful to get to like witness when people fucking do shit like that, and then it makes it so much more stark, like noticeable when you are in an environment where like have you ever been to like you get invited to like a brunch and like
I know exactly.
Your one friend who's like, I like her, but like her friends are basic, right? So then you go to the brunch and you're like, oh, I can do the brunch. It'll be fun. It'll be brunch. I'll eat. I'll drink. I'll have a mimosa, whatever. But it's like people are like this.
Anytime I go to something like that's not with comedians, I feel so out of place.
Right. And you realize how lucky, I realize how lucky I am. Like comedians are so smart and they're so funny and there's never a dull moment. Like not everybody, but like talking to the comedians who I hang out with them because I like them as a person.
Same.
So it's like, okay, the conversations that I'm having are very like Justin would think it's competitive, but it's like bits going back and forth and it's all very, and then when you get into a conversation with someone who's like not a comedian, and I'm not saying I don't have good conversations with people who aren't, but when you get in a conversation with someone who's like kind of basic, it's like, oh, like I am like spoiled in my day-to-day conversation because it's so like quick and like it's witty and like it's interesting. And it's like comedians write jokes so they understand like the flow of a thing and how to, and there's like a climax and like let's try to get to it. Like how can we one
thing.
up? Yeah.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
And
I
then
hate a drawn out story.
Yes. And then sometimes you take the bit too far and like that's kind of fun. You're like, okay, that was one too many tags, and you can like laugh about that.
Because you can call the person out.
Yeah.
Imagine like talking to just someone like you met at brunch and then be like,
you're like, no, that was too much.
That wasn't funny.
We should do that. We should start fucking doing that.
It's a prank.
AI is gonna kill us.
They're gonna kill us.
AI. So just fucking tell the girl at brunch that her story's too long. Say, wrap it up, sweetheart.
Yeah, we don't care.
We don't have a lot of time.
Stop talking about your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
We're talking about like I think I said like two things that you said that I didn't. Like
What?
I just said talk about your ex-boyfriend, and then I said drag on too long, and I'm like, does she think that I meant Justin to drag on? Did she brought her ex-boyfriend?
No,
you know when you do that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know when I do that every day in every conversation? I'm like, oh, did I fuck up? We got to stop doing that. I'm serious. Like, I mean, to an extent, obviously, you want to like check how you're being.
Yeah, but
so that you don't end up like a Justin where you're like just fucking saying what your hair looked better before. That's fucking crazy. Obviously, we should check ourselves a little bit. Be like, whoa, maybe that was kind of fucked up what I did, but not to the point where you get in your head about it because you're great. And everything is going, you know what I mean? But we all, as comedians, we are so used to driving home from a set and being like, I should have slowed down, or I should have done this, or damn, but it's like, you did great, actually.
And you get to do it again.
Yeah, and you get to do it again.
Do it again.
Yeah.
I think we nailed the podcast.
I think we did. We are really good at
We're
potting
really good.
together. Yeah.
Oh
I can't wait for the sex story on Patreon.
Oh, yay!
So exciting.
Well, thank you for doing the podcast.
Yep. Thank you for having me. It has been an immense pleasure.
You're really well spoken. You're very well spoken.
Really?
You have words I don't know.
Immense pleasure.
It means
Sponsored by
lots.
Yeah, you know lots words.
Lots
of words. All right, we're gonna get out of here.
Wait, is there anything you want to plug?
Oh, okay. What should I plug?
We're gonna be on Long Time Podcast.
We're gonna be on Long Time No See. What's it called? The podcast.
I think it's Long Time No See Podcast.
Yeah, Long Time No See podcast. Yeah. It's like the episode with Ellen Harrold and Mandy Martino. I don't know like how they format it or whatever, but
your socials or whatever. I plug everything on the bottom.
My name's Ellen Harrold. Harold has 2 R's. I guess a little wiener of my whole life.
Yeah,
everybody
I noticed.
Thinks it's 1.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's okay, and I'm not. Yeah, everybody thinks it's 1, but it's 2 R's in Harold, which I get that's weird, but like, read it and then put it on the flyer correctly. But my name is always misspelled on flyers. But
does anyone ever like drag out the R when they say your name?
No, yeah, they Ellen Harrold. They roll it.
Yeah.
Then they see that I look like this. They're like, oh, sorry, that was probably just Harold.
We shouldn't have booked you. Sorry.
Yeah, we meant to diversify. But I'm a woman, so they always need me.
That counts.
Yeah.
All right.
So
well, I'll put everything there.
Me. Just follow me or whatever.
Follow her. Do it.
Yeah.
Follow me if you've done. That'd be really weird.
Yeah. Follow Mandy. Yeah. And then if you do live in LA, I have a weekly show that Mandy is going to be on May 18th. It's called Abbott Kidding. It's because the show is on Abbott Kinney Boulevard in Venice, so the jokes are started. Yeah, like right away. Like right when you buy the ticket, you're like, Abbott Kidding. Oh, I see what I'm in for.
I get it.
Funnies. So Abbott Kidding. It's every Thursday at Roosterfish on Abbott Kinney. So every single Thursday at 8 p.m. If you live in LA, come to Abbott Kidding.
Come. I have to go pee.
Yeah, let's go pee.
All right, we're gonna go pee.
Yep.
Check out the Patreon. Bye.
Bye. Right now, but the camera's still rolling. Mandy's taking a piss because she didn't want to get a UTI. I wanted that to rhyme, but kind of in the moment.
It's not funny, but just to show you guys, if you don't know what this AI monster is that we talked about, I wrote, tell us a story about a guy named Justin that didn't invite Ellen to his birthday dinner, but invited Ellen's boyfriend. Once upon a time, there was a guy named Justin who was planning a birthday dinner to celebrate his special day with his closest friends. Justin and Ellen had been friends for many years, but lately they had grown apart due to their busy schedules. When Justin started planning his birthday dinner, he decided to invite only a few of his closest friends, including Ellen's boyfriend, Mike. What if it was Mike? Be terrifying. That was a safe bet though, because there's so many Mikes. He didn't invite Ellen, assuming that she would be too busy to attend anyways. When Ellen found out that Justin had planned a birthday dinner without inviting her, she felt hurt and confused. She couldn't understand why he would invite her boyfriend but not her. Right? Even the AI gets it. Wow. Feeling upset, Ellen decided to confront Justin about the situation. Whoa. I like this, Ellen. She explained how hurt she felt and asked why he didn't invite her to his birthday dinner.
Real as fuck.
Whoa. Justin apologized, saying that he didn't think Ellen would be interested in attending and that he had limited space for guests. Ellen didn't want to cause a scene, so she accepted Justin's apology and left the situation as it was. However, their friendship was never the same again, and they gradually grew further apart. In the end, Justin realized that he had made a mistake by not inviting Ellen to his birthday dinner. He learned that assuming things without communicating with others can hurt people's feelings and damage relationships. From that day forward, he made an effort to communicate more clearly with his friends and never assumed anything again.
One can only hope that was the ending.